Have you ever pondered why some people appear to effortlessly realize their aspirations while others remain stuck in the same position year after year? What if I told you that the key to realizing your full potential is not to compete with others, but to focus on yourself? Imagine if, instead of looking outward and comparing yourself to others, you focused inward and engaged in your own personal development, objectives, and desires. In this episode, we'll look at how shifting your emphasis from others to yourself can be the game changer you've been waiting for. Trust me, this is the one decision that has the potential to completely impact your life. We're here today to look at a principle that has the capacity to change your life, adjust your viewpoint, and redefine your purpose. It is a philosophy that, when completely embraced and applied, may unlock your destiny, maximize your potential, and clarify your ambitions. I'm referring to the fundamental principle that you should concentrate on yourself rather than others. In a world full of diversions, frequent comparisons, and persistent pressure to conform, focusing your attention on yourself is more than a suggestion. It is a requirement. Too frequently, we fall into the trap of seeking external validation, desiring approval, recognition, and acceptance from others. We gauge our worth by society standards, our success by the accomplishments of those around us, and our happiness by their feedback. However, I am here to inform you that this is not the way to ultimate fulfillment. This is not the path to self-realization. Fixating on others' actions, accomplishments, and views of you diverts your attention away from your own unique mission. It draws you away from the path that was created just for you. Each of us is a masterpiece, designed with purpose and endowed with distinct talents, skills, and abilities. Focusing on others just reduces your potential, depletes your energy, and decreases the incredible force within you. The primary question we must ask ourselves is why we focus on others. Why do we let others' successes, opinions, and behaviors influence our lives? The solution lies in the human inclination to compare. We are taught from a young age to compare ourselves to others. We are trained to compete, to evaluate ourselves against our colleagues, and to aspire to exceed those around us. However, this approach is essentially incorrect. It arises from a scarcity mentality, the mistaken notion that there isn't enough success, happiness, or fulfillment for everyone. But let me assure you that this is simply not true. There is enough success in this world for everyone. There is plenty of enjoyment, fulfillment, and purpose to go around. To access this richness, you must turn your attention inward. You must focus on your own particular qualities, talents, and abilities. You must tend to your own garden, develop your potential, and take the road designed specifically for you. Consider the process of growth. A seed does not compare to the seeds around it. It is not concerned with how quickly or slowly others progress. Instead, it focuses solely on its own growth, absorbing nutrients, pushing through the dirt, and searching for sunshine. It eventually grows into a lovely plant, fully reflects its own distinct potential. The same idea applies to you. You are a seed, full of potential and possibilities. To grow, you must focus on your own path. You must fuel your growth, absorb the nutrients you require, and reach for the light of your destiny. Focusing on oneself is not selfish or self-centered. It is about identifying your individual purpose and destiny. To do this, you must invest in yourself by polishing your skills, developing your gifts, and improving your abilities. This involves discipline, commitment, and a thorough grasp of who you are and what you are called to do. But how can you focus on yourself in a world full of distractions and external noise? How do you stay on your path when the world around you pulls you in so many different directions? Understanding your identification is key to the solution. You must understand who you are, not in contrast to others, but in accordance with your goal. You must know that your value is decided by your intrinsic worth rather than external conditions. When you genuinely understand yourself, you become impervious to other people's perspectives. You are not distracted by their accomplishments or mistakes, nor are you put off by their judgments or criticisms. Instead, you stay grounded in your identity, and focused on your quest. This clarity of identification is critical. It serves as the foundation for focusing on oneself. Without a clear grasp of who you are, it is easy to be persuaded, sidetracked, or discouraged. But with this understanding, you become unshakable, like a tree planted by rivers of water, bearing fruit in its season, with leaves that never wither, and everything you do prospers. To genuinely focus on oneself, you must recognize the importance of purpose. Purpose is the reason you exist, and the driving force behind all you do. When you are focused on your goal, the acts of others no longer bother you. You are not distracted by their accomplishments or mistakes, nor are you put off by their judgments or criticisms. Purpose offers you a deep feeling of mission and clarity about why you're here and what you're supposed to do. However, determining your goal necessitates extensive introspection. It requires a willingness to go inward, to consider your passions, abilities, and talents, and how these relate to the needs of the world. It requires a dedication to self-discovery, a journey that is unique to each individual. This is why focusing on yourself is so important. Your purpose is unique to you. Nobody else can fulfill it. Nobody other can follow your path or live your life. As you focus on yourself, your purpose will gradually become clearer, your route more defined, and your trip more fulfilling. You will no longer be distracted by the acts of others, but will instead be focused on what you are supposed to do. You will stop seeking external affirmation and instead believe in your own innate worth and value. However, this attention on yourself is not a one-time occurrence. It is a daily practice. It entails an ongoing commitment to self-awareness, personal development, and self-actualization. This practice necessitates discipline, patience, and a genuine commitment to your personal development. It entails creating limits to safeguard your time, energy, and focus. It entails being intentional about how you spend your time, who you associate with, and what you allow into your mind and heart. Focusing on oneself also entails accepting responsibility for your life. It is acknowledging that you are the author of your story and the creator of your destiny. Nobody else is responsible for your happiness, success, or contentment. Taking responsibility for your decisions, actions, and outcomes is both empowering and demanding. It is simpler to blame external factors, point fingers at others, or make excuses for not being where you want to be. However, when you focus on yourself, you understand that you have the ability to transform your life. You have the power to create the life you want and live your purpose. This force originates from within. It comes from a profound awareness of who you are, what you are capable of, and what you are called to do. It is motivated by your personal growth, development, and adventure, as well as a desire to live truly and meaningfully. As you focus on yourself, you will no longer be concerned with the opinions of others. How to develop unshakable confidence. Focusing on oneself necessitates releasing the influence of others. Their judgments and critiques will lose their sway over you, and you will no longer be preoccupied by their accomplishments or shortcomings. Instead, your focus will be on your own journey, completing your mission and becoming the best version of yourself. This is not an easy journey, but it is very rewarding. It leads to contentment, prosperity, and happiness, a life of purpose, meaning, and authenticity that reflects who you are. As you continue to focus on yourself, comparisons to others will no longer consume you. You will no longer measure your worth by external standards or seek affirmation from outside sources. Instead, you will be secure in your identity, confident in your worth, and dedicated to your development. This is the power of self-focus, the ability to live a life that is true to your ideals, full of meaning and fulfillment. It is the ability to live the life you want, fulfill your full potential, and have a significant impact on the world. This entails letting go of certain inclinations. You must let go of the impulse to focus on others, the desire for external validation, the urge to compare, and the need for approval. Focus your attention inward on your own growth, development, and adventure. This route necessitates courage, discipline, and a strong dedication to oneself. However, it is worthwhile because when you focus on yourself, you unleash your potential and embark on the path of your purpose, resulting in a wonderfully fulfilling existence. Today, I invite you to focus on yourself, turn inside, nurture your growth, and pursue your own path. Understand that others do not define your worth, but rather the fundamental value you possess. Recognize that your purpose is unique to you, and you alone can fulfill it. Commit to your path, growth, and progress. This is the way to contentment, success, and happiness, focusing on yourself rather than others. As we go more into the significance of focusing on oneself, let us consider the concept of identity. Your identity is the basis upon which all aspects of your life are based. It is not only a reflection of your name, occupation, or social standing. Your identity encapsulates who you are, your beliefs, values, interests, strengths, flaws, dreams, and purpose. Understanding your identity is important because it influences how you navigate life. When you have a strong sense of self, you are less susceptible to external pressures and expectations. Instead, you remain grounded in a deep knowledge of your own self, which serves as an internal compass, leading you through life's problems and possibilities. But how can you discover your true self? How can you cut through the layers of cultural indoctrination, familial expectations, and self-imposed limits to find the essence of your identity? This path begins with introspection, which involves evaluating your ideas, feelings, motivations, and behaviors. Introspection necessitates time, patience, and honesty. It entails asking oneself difficult questions and confronting painful truths. It entails assessing your views and ideals to see if they reflect your own convictions or were inherited from others. This process of self-discovery is not a one-time event, but rather an ongoing journey. Your self-awareness will evolve and increase as you do. The more work you put into this trip, the more assured you will feel in your own identity. You will develop a strong sense of self that does not require external approval. When you realize who you are, you no longer feel compelled to compare yourself to others because you recognize that your worth is not determined by how you compare to others around you. Focusing on oneself also entails appreciating your uniqueness. Each of us is an original creation with a specific set of talents, abilities, and experiences that determine who we are. Nobody else can do it the way you do. To truly accept your originality, you must let go of the desire to conform. Resist the impulse to conform to societal or other expectations. Instead, muster the confidence to be genuine to yourself, even if it means standing out or going against the norm. The bravery to be yourself is an essential component of focusing on yourself. It is all too easy to slip into the trap of attempting to satisfy people, seeking their favor, or avoiding their criticism. However, when you live your life to please others, you lose sight of your genuine personality. You become a reflection of their expectations rather than an expression of your own self. When this happens, you cease living your true life. That is why I advise you to accept your uniqueness and enjoy the characteristics that distinguish you. Recognize that your uniqueness are what distinguishes you and makes you valuable. Your distinct characteristics hold the keys to realizing your potential and fulfilling your destiny. As you focus on yourself, you will realize how important self-care is. Self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessary habit, mental and spiritual wealth. By nurturing yourself, you develop the energy, resilience, and strength required to achieve your goals and fulfill your mission. Self-care entails establishing limits to safeguard your time, energy, and mental health. It entails saying no to activities or obligations that drain you or divert you from your goals. Self-care also includes prioritizing habits that restore and nourish you, such as getting adequate sleep, eating good meals, exercising, meditating, spending time outside, or engaging in creative activities. Self-care is not selfish. It guarantees that your cup is full so that you can give to others. Beyond actions, self-care includes how you treat yourself. It entails practicing self-compassion, being gentle to yourself, and forgiving your shortcomings. It's about understanding that you're a work in progress, and that personal development takes time and patience. Focusing on oneself also entails accepting responsibility for your life. This entails acknowledging that you are the author of your story. and the architect of your destiny. You have the power to make decisions that are consistent with your values, goals, and purpose. You can control your ideas, emotions, and behaviors. With this ability, you can create the life you desire. Taking control of your life is both empowering and demanding. It demands you to accept the fact that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but rather an active player in creating them. When you accept responsibility, you stop waiting for others to change or the situation to improve. You no longer blame others for your troubles or create excuses for why you aren't who you want to be. Instead, you take control of your life, making decisions that are consistent with your values and aspirations, and taking purposeful action to achieve the life you want. This is the essence of self-focus, taking responsibility for your life, decisions, and destiny. As you concentrate on yourself, remember that this path is not about achieving perfection or striving for an idealistic vision of success. It is about becoming the best version of yourself, living a life that reflects your true self, and achieving your unique mission. The journey of self-discovery, self-care, and self-empowerment is not always easy. It requires boldness, unshakable devotion, and tenacity. It challenges you to face your fears, insecurities, and overcome your limitations. It demands honesty, accepting full responsibility for your life, and making purposeful changes to align your behaviors with your basic values and goals. Though the path may be difficult, the benefits are significant. You will discover a profound sense of contentment, peace, and happiness that comes from living in accordance with your authentic nature. You will feel empowered as you take control of your life and create the world you desire. Most significantly, you will experience a great feeling of purpose, knowing that you are on the road that is uniquely designed for you. Let's take a deeper look at self-empowerment. Self-empowerment is the process of gaining control over your life, decisions, and destiny. It is about embracing your ability to create the life you want, achieve your objectives, and live with intention and purpose. Self-empowerment does not entail controlling others or manipulating events. Instead, it emphasizes personal accountability, making decisions that are consistent with your values and objectives, and taking deliberate effort to manifest your ideal reality. Self-empowerment necessitates a transformation in perspective, from victimhood to empowerment. It entails realizing that you are not a passive recipient of events, but rather an active participant in influencing them. When you adopt an empowerment mindset, you cease seeing yourself as powerless or vulnerable to external factors. Instead, you acknowledge your power to make significant decisions, connect your actions with your goals, and live the life you desire. Self-empowerment is more than just altering your mindset. It is also about taking action. It is about making decisions that are consistent with your beliefs and goals, setting clear targets, creating a plan, and taking consistent action to achieve those objectives. However, setting boundaries often needs guts. It necessitates assertiveness and the ability to express your desires clearly and confidently. Though it may be difficult at first, setting limits provides a stronger sense of empowerment and clarity. Setting healthy limits allows you to focus on yourself, achieve your objectives, and live your purpose. You are no longer overwhelmed by the needs of others, but rather feel in command of your time and energy as you concentrate on yourself. Self-awareness develops as an essential tool. Self-awareness is the ability to identify and comprehend one's own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It entails being aware of your inner world, knowing your motivations, and recognizing how your actions affect both your life and those around you. Self-awareness is important because it allows you to make deliberate, value-driven decisions. It allows you to recognize when other factors are influencing your decisions while also being true to yourself. Furthermore, self-awareness can help you identify patterns of behavior that are holding you back, allowing you to make the required changes for progress. Creating habits for self-improvement. A proactive approach to life entails actively influencing your reality, rather than passively responding to circumstances. Setting limits is an important part of self-empowerment. This includes acknowledging your right to protect your time, energy, and well-being. It entails saying no to items that do not align with your values or aspirations, while completely accepting those that do. Setting boundaries allows you to maintain your attention and energy, prioritize your personal development, and live a life that is consistent with your vision and goals. However, setting boundaries often needs guts. It necessitates assertiveness and the ability to express your desires clearly and confidently. Though it may be difficult at first, setting limits provides a stronger sense of empowerment and clarity. Setting healthy limits allows you to focus on yourself, achieve your objectives, and live your purpose. You are no longer overwhelmed by the needs of others, but rather feel in command of your time and energy as you concentrate on yourself. Self-awareness develops as an essential tool. Self-awareness is the ability to identify and comprehend one's own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It entails being aware of your inner world, knowing your motivations, and recognizing how your actions affect both your life and those around you. Self-awareness is important because it allows you to make deliberate, value-driven decisions. It allows you to recognize when other factors are influencing your decisions while also being true to yourself. Furthermore, self-awareness can help you identify patterns of behavior that are holding you back, allowing you to make the required changes for progress. Developing self-awareness needs practice and intention. It entails periodically reflecting on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to analyze their impact on your life. This approach necessitates honesty, as well as a willingness to own your talents and faults while accepting responsibility for your actions. As you increase your self-awareness, you will be better able to make decisions that are consistent with your beliefs and aspirations. You'll develop clarity about your wants, desires, and boundaries, making you more equipped to face life's difficulties and possibilities. However, self-awareness is more than just understanding yourself. It also includes understanding your interactions with others. It entails understanding how your behaviors and emotions influence your interactions and how those interactions contribute to your total well-being. Self-discipline is an important aspect of focusing on oneself. Self-discipline is the ability to control your ideas, emotions, and behaviors in order to attain your goals. It is about making decisions that reflect your principles, even if the process is tough or uncomfortable. Self-discipline keeps you focused on your goals, avoiding distractions and refusing temptations that could derail your progress. It enables you to stay focused on your objectives, resist the temptation to compare yourself to others, and ignore the need for external validation. Self-discipline enables you to stay focused on your path, prioritize your development, and consistently work toward your goals. However, self-discipline is not about rigidity or inflexibility. Rather, it is about being conscious and devoted to making choices that promote your well-being, fulfillment, and alignment with your values and goals. Cultivating self-discipline is being mindful of how you spend your time and energy, as well as making decisions that promote your general growth and development. As you improve your self-discipline, you'll become more resilient in the face of adversity, more focused in the midst of distractions, and more committed to your personal growth. Self-discipline does not come naturally to everyone. It takes practice and intention. It entails setting specific goals, developing a strategy, and constantly working toward those goals, even when distractions and temptations come. It also necessitates patience, realizing that growth is a lengthy process, and remaining dedicated to your path even when progress appears slow. As you focus on yourself, you will discover the potential of self-expression. Self-expression is the ability to articulate your thoughts, emotions, and values in an authentic and genuine manner. It is about being honest and upfront with yourself and others, giving your unique perspective, and bringing your gifts to the world. Self-expression is vital for living, genuinely. It enables you to effectively express your needs, desires, and boundaries, share your talents and abilities, and have a positive impact on others around you. However, self-expression is more than just speaking your mind. It is about living your truth. Living your truth entails making your actions consistent with your ideas and ideals. It's about embracing authenticity, remaining loyal to yourself, and creating a life that represents your distinct identity and purpose. Self-reflection is another important aspect of focusing on oneself. Self-reflection is the process of reviewing your ideas, feelings, and actions in order to develop insight and knowledge. It entails reflecting on your experiences, learning from mistakes, and overcoming obstacles. Self-reflection is important because it helps you understand who you are, what you desire, and how to attain your goals. It enables you to discover patterns of behavior that may be holding you back and to make the necessary changes for progress. Self-reflection provides wisdom and insight which you may apply to your life to make real growth. Developing the habit of self-reflection takes time, patience, and honesty. It entails looking inward, recognizing your own strengths and flaws, and accepting responsibility for your actions. As you incorporate self-reflection into your daily routine, you'll find yourself more aligned with your beliefs and better prepared to face life's difficulties and opportunities. Focusing on yourself is not a selfish behavior. Rather, it is vital. It is about accepting that you have a distinct purpose and destiny, and that in order to realize it, you must invest in yourself. It is about taking the time to understand who you are, what you want, and how to attain your objectives. Focusing on yourself does not imply distancing yourself from others or ignoring their needs. Rather, it recognizes that you cannot pour from an empty cup. When you invest in your own development and well-being, you improve your ability to give, connect, and meaningfully contribute to the lives of others. Focusing on yourself opens the path to personal empowerment, real living, and a life that reflects your deepest beliefs and desires. This path is not about achieving perfection, but about being the best version of yourself and living your unique mission. To better serve others, you must first care for yourself, nourish your growth, and meet your own needs. Focus on your journey, progress, and development in order to have a positive impact on those around you. When you invest in yourself, you will discover that you have more to give, share, and contribute to the world. You will realize that you are better able to make a difference, achieve your mission, and live a life that is true to who you are. So I urge you to concentrate on yourself. Take the time to grasp who you are, what you want, and how to attain your objectives. Invest in your own growth, well-being, and development. Make decisions that are consistent with your values and aspirations, and take the required steps to achieve the life you want. Focusing on oneself does not imply being self-centered or narcissistic. Rather, it means acknowledging that you are the only one capable of living your life, fulfilling your purpose, and achieving your goals. It is about accepting responsibility for one's own happiness, achievement, and contentment. It's about being true to yourself and making your activities reflect your own identity and purpose. Consider this. If you continue on your current route, where will you be in 5 years? It's tempting to ignore this question, but let me assure you that in 5 years, you'll either arrive to a well-designed destination or an undesigned one. And believe me, you don't want to arrive at an undesigned destination and end up living a life you don't want to live, wearing what you don't want to wear, driving what you don't want to drive, living where you don't want to live, and doing what you don't want to do just because you didn't design a better destination. Neglect begins small, like an infection. If left untreated, it develops into a disease, with each negligence leading to the next. The worst aspect is that neglect lowers your self-esteem, confidence, and value. You may wonder, how can I regain my self-esteem? The answer is simple. Begin with the smallest discipline that matches with your philosophy. Commit to saying, I should, I could, and I will, and stop letting negligence pile up on you, leading to a regretful future in which you provide excuses instead of celebrating achievement. Discipline is essential. Self-reliance is about believing in yourself, accepting responsibility for your actions, and understanding that your choices influence your current reality. What happens today is the direct effect of your actions yesterday. Self-reliance does not imply that you cannot collaborate or trust others. Rather, it implies that you believe in yourself, your intuition, your decisions, and your ability to accept responsibility. It's about accepting responsibility for your triumphs, learning from your mistakes, and gaining confidence in your own talents. Self-reliance fosters self-confidence, which stems from the ability to overcome your circumstances. whether they be minor setbacks or major barriers. When you are willing to overcome obstacles that others may allow to defeat them, you gain the resilience and strength to persevere. When philosophy and attitude are combined and applied consistently, transformative results can be achieved. You'll discover that this approach, when joined with faith, courage, devotion, and endurance, will produce incredible results. Self-reliance is essential for true transformation and growth. Accept responsibility for your life and all that happens to you. Understand that the decisions you make now will affect your future. You can collaborate with others, but in the end, it's about trusting your own judgment and taking control of your destiny. In reality, self-reliance can help you become a lot more valuable teammate, collaborator, and friend. How others change their lives. It is about relying on yourself, trusting yourself, and accepting responsibility for your own actions. It's about trusting your intuition, depending on the conclusions you formed from your experiences and studies, accepting responsibility for your accomplishments, learning from your mistakes, and sharing those lessons with others. Adult psychologists frequently provide an example to explain self-reliance. They say that if you get caught in the rain, you have chosen not to carry an umbrella. By failing to prepare, you choose to face the consequences. This applies to life. If you are not prepared for the obstacles you confront, whether they are failures, money losses, marital issues, or personal setbacks, you must make a decision. Failure to plan is choosing to live with those circumstances. On the other hand, when you prepare, you improve your chances of success. You open yourself up to grasping possibilities and taking advantage of once-in-a-lifetime experiences. However, some people are prone to blaming others for their faults or shortcomings. They may claim, "It's not my fault. The report isn't finished because so-and-so didn't do their part." The truth is, it's your obligation. The report is also yours, and it is your responsibility to guarantee that everyone to whom tasks have been given completes them. You cannot control what others do, but you can control your own actions and how you handle situations that affect your future. Do you think your supervisor will be concerned that John did not complete his tasks? Of course not. What matters is the result. The report is not complete, so accept responsibility for the issues that concern you. Make sure to check in with your coworkers. Ask, "Hey John, how are you doing with your part? Do you need any help?" If John continuously fails to produce, it is your obligation to find someone who will. You cannot afford to simply hope that everything will fall into place. You must actively guarantee that tasks are completed because they will also have an impact on your career. I discovered early in my profession that merely going through the day with fingers crossed does not work. I used to think, I hope things will get better, but then I understood something important. Things do not change until you change. The same applies to you. You can't expect people to make things happen for you. You must take responsibility. You may not be able to control everything, such as the seasons, the weather, or the wind, but you can influence how you prepare, mature, and act. You have control over whether or not you learn new talents. You can work long hours, invest in your future, and increase your worth by 2, 3, 5, or even tenfold. You may not be able to influence the stars in the sky, but you can decide whether or not to go to school tonight, take adult classes, or learn new skills. If you don't do it, it's on you. It is your responsibility. You must accept personal responsibility and develop self-reliance. How do you know when you're successful? Do you need to be a millionaire? Number. All that is expected of you is to earn as much as possible. If $110,000 per year is the most you can do, that's enough. Life, the universe, and everything else will take care of the remainder. The key is to do your greatest best. It makes no difference if you earn $10,000 or $100,000 each year. What matters is whether you did your best. Success is defined by your dedication to growth and quality, not by your numerical achievements. If you earn $10,000, $100,000, or even $1 million, that's great, as long as you've done your best. The essence of life is progress and striving to be the best version of oneself. It's noteworthy that humans are the only life forms who frequently settle for less than their full potential. All other living beings aspire to fulfill their full potential. Take a tree, for example. How tall will it grow? It reaches its maximum height. You've never heard of a tree growing halfway, and it doesn't settle for half its potential. To produce as many leaves and fruits as possible, trees extend their roots deeply and spread their branches high. Humans, on the other hand, might cease developing mentally or emotionally. We don't always push ourselves to our maximum potential, which is something we can change, but we frequently overlook it. We have the power to expand our thoughts as far as we are prepared to strive for it, but this is frequently the area we neglect to cultivate. Lead a life worth living. To live a fulfilling life, remember these 4 ifs. Learn, try, stay, and care. Each of these is necessary for living a purposeful, growing, and fulfilling life. Learning provides you with the wisdom and expertise you need to negotiate life's challenges. Learning is an ongoing process that provides possibilities to transform both yourself and the environment around you. With each lesson, you get stronger, smarter, and more capable. Learning is more than just reading books. It's about observing life, understanding people, and evolving from each interaction. If you attempt, you show resilience and determination. Learning and understanding are not enough. You must also use your information. Trying is where the actual transformation takes place. It's where your potential is tested and the basis for success is laid. By trying, you accept the risk of failure, but also the opportunity of growth. Each try puts you closer to perfecting your craft, honing your skills, and being the person you were created to be. If you stay, you commit to the path, regardless of how difficult it may be. When things get rough, it's tempting to quit up or move on, but true achievement comes from perseverance. Staying the path requires patience and perseverance. It entails finishing what you started, seeing your objectives through, and learning from setbacks along the way. Staying is what distinguishes those who dream from those who succeed. If you care, you bring passion and meaning to everything you do. Caring is at the core of everything you do. It motivates you to go above and beyond, especially when the going gets tough. When you care sincerely, you make connections, gain trust, and motivate others to do the same. It serves as a catalyst for everything meaningful in life, including relationships, work, personal development, and community involvement. The beauty of caring is that it grows. The more you give, the more you receive, and the more you encourage others to care as well. These 4 principles, learn, try, stay, and care, form the foundation for a fulfilling existence. They give you the tools you need to overcome challenges, seize opportunities, and have a long-term effect on the world. Life will undoubtedly provide problems, but how you respond to them reveals your actual character. If you follow these principles, you will develop the strength required to handle hardship, the enthusiasm to pursue your dreams, and the wisdom to identify and take every opportunity that arises. Ultimately, a fulfilling life is about growth rather than perfection. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, learning from your mistakes, and always seeking to improve. By accepting these 4 ifs, you will not only accomplish personal achievement, but also encourage others to fulfill their greatest potential. As you grow, so will your influence on the world around you, causing a ripple effect that extends well beyond your own. The choice is yours. You have the ability to shape your future. Will you decide to learn, try, remain, and care? Will you choose to live a life that represents the best of who you are? If you do, I guarantee that the journey will be worth every step. Remember that change does not occur until you decide to make it happen. So take a minute now to focus on your objectives, invest in your development, and start living the life you deserve. Your journey begins today. Take the first step. If you found this message to be meaningful, please share it with someone who could benefit from hearing it. We would love to hear from you. What steps are you taking now to focus on your own development and success? Share your opinions in the comment section below, and let's encourage one other to continue committed to our own journeys. Your observations could change someone's life.